Yo, how we doing, boys? So, we got both Sundays and Fugei, Tingyun for the intimate ones, right? The ones that have been playing the game for a while. We got both of their kits leaked, and in this video, we're gonna specifically talk about Fugei, Tingyun kit, right? So if you guys want to check out Sundays, you guys are gonna have to go on the channel and check out the other video that I made on Sunday's kit, right? And after reading it all, we're gonna debate a little bit about the character, right? To be fair though, this character is a little bit straightforward, so there isn't a lot of discussion to be made here. Just a PSA. So yeah, let's get into it. So, firstly, here are the mats, the eidolons, and the stats. I'm a new player in HSR. I'm not a whale in HSR. I'm not going for dupes. I think a lot of you guys are. If you guys want to, especially for Tingyun, because y'all fucking love her, right? Y'all been waiting for her for a fucking while, for like a fucking year. So if you guys want to take a look at their eidolons, just pause the video, right? Just read them. If you guys want to, I'm just gonna skip to the actual kit of the character, right? So, firstly, the traces, right? We got 28% of effect hit rate, 24% of break effect, and 10% of HP, which is actually quite good because we're gonna need homie to stay alive, right? So, the big traces, right? The big balls. So, additionally, action delays the enemy target by 15% after allies break their enemy weakness, right? Pretty good, right? Having the opportunity to attack more and more while enemies gets pushed back and back, further and further, is always good. So again, a good one. The second one increases this unity, so Tingyun itself, break effect by 30%, and recovers the skill point after using her skill for the first time. So, this one, as you guys can see, it only activates once per battle, right? Only on the first time that she uses a skill, it basically doesn't consume the skill point, right? The third one is, after an enemy target weakness becomes broken, all allies break effect is increased by 15% for 2 turns, and you can stack that up to 2 times, giving you a grand total of 30% break effect increase on all allies, so the whole fucking team, right? The rest of the character is pretty straightforward. The basic attack deals fire damage to one enemy. The enhanced basic attack, and we're gonna reach eventually how she gets into that state. But basically, her enhanced basic attack allows her to attack 3 enemies at once. The enemy that she focuses on gonna take the biggest amount of damage, and then the both adjacent enemies, so the ones that are on their side, are also gonna take a little bit of damage, right? Which is pretty good. So her skill, here's the important thing, right? Her skill grants Foxian Prayer to one designated ally, and this unit enters Torrid Scorch state, and that lasts for 3 turns. The duration of the states reduced by 1 every time Fugei Tingyun gets a turn, right? The ally target with the Foxian Prayer, so basically the character that you use the buff on is gonna have their break effect increased, and every time that ally attacks Fugei Tingyun has a 100% chance of reducing the enemy defense, and that lasts for 2 turns, right? So that's pretty good. I don't know if that's stackable, right? They don't really mention here if the defense is not really a shred, right? But the lowering the enemy defense, it doesn't say here if it is stackable or not, right? That being said, having a 3-turn break effect increase while also reducing the enemy defense is pretty fucking good, right? Really is. So, whenever she is on the Torrid state, right, Fugei Tingyun can't use her skill and will be able to always use the enhanced basic attack. So basically, she's gonna buff an ally, that ally is gonna be buffed for 3 turns, and while the ally is buffed, Tingyun will also be able to do AoE damage, right? 3 character damage, which is pretty good. So basically, she's gonna be constantly doing area damage, which is always good, right? Always a plus. Much better than having the weakest sustain or healer normal basic attack that just attacks single enemy for nothing, right? At least it is an AoE. So her ultimate, right, costs 150 energy, deals fire damage to all enemies, right? The instance of this attack of the ult ignores weakness type and reduces the toughness of all the enemies, right? And if it breaks them, it's gonna trigger the fire weakness break effect whenever they're broken, of course, right? So her talent, while Fugei Tingyun is on the field, enemies have an exo toughness. So like that exoskeleton that you can see on the enemies on the endgame right now, like that purple bar, right? So that bar will have 50% of their normal max toughness, right? And while Fuge Tingyun is on the field, and after an enemy weakness is broken, you transform their toughness reduction attack into super break damage. So basically, it's another opportunity, right, to do even more super break. Because basically, you're gonna break their normal toughness bar, and then you're gonna break the exo toughness, right? So you're gonna be able to proc super break more constantly, right? That with that being able to elevate even further the damage of super break teams, right? So again, a character clearly focused on super break, right? There's not really much to it. So her technique is, after using her technique, she afflicts daze that lasts 10 seconds to enemies within a certain area, and while they're dazed, they can't really attack. So kind of like Robin technique, that she sings and creates an aura around her, and all the enemies around her just can't attack, right? So the special effect it actually is, after entering the battle with dazed enemies, so enemies that are inside that aura, that circle, Fuge Tingyun action advances by 40% with an 100% play chance of afflicting enemies, all enemies, sorry, with a debuff that is also applied by her skill. So basically, if you use her technique, the enemies are dazed, and then you start the combat, they're instantly going to have that lower defense, right? Just like her skill that we saw right here, right? And again, the debuff lasts for 2 turns. Really simple, right? It's pretty much it for her kit. Now we're gonna talk about other things Tingyun related, right? So firstly, that's her model. You already seen from the drip marketing, but again, love to see. I don't know why we can't see the tails, why the tails are not included in this model. I'm gonna be fair here, I prefer her a lot more without the tails, right? I'm not really a fan of the fluffy Foxian tails. Maybe I'm a minority here, I don't know about y'all, but I just prefer her without the tails, right? Just this normal look with the traditional dress, the cutesy ears. This for me is peak. That being said, I know a bunch of y'all furries love those fluffy tails, and guys are super excited to see her with 9 tails like a fucking Kurama QB or 9 tails, whatever the fuck it is, right? So again, if you guys want to take a screenshot or take a look, these are the mats that you guys are gonna need for her, right? Clearly new mats are coming, but yeah, this is the art of her light cone, right? Pretty fucking good. Love to see again, although I'm not a fan, I gotta admit, I love the huge amount of tails, right? It looks so pretty, but I'm not really a fan of it, but I get it if you guys are, right? Love to see all the fire coming out, right? And she just like being like vulnerable and having like a little flame spirit with her. Again, HSR never fails with their art. Lovely. So now let's talk the actual effects of the light cone itself, right? So here are the stats, the usual, right? And what it does is it actually increases the wearer break effect, and whenever an enemy target weakness becomes broken, so whenever you break their toughness bar, there's a 100% base chance of inflicting sharing state on it that will increase the break damage taking for 2 turns, right? So it's gonna allow you to increase the break damage of your team even further, right? A pretty simple light cone. Her kit in general is pretty straightforward, right? If you guys had seen her skill, right? Is break damage, break damage, break damage, break damage, defense, and defense reduction on the enemy, right? The ult is, guess what? Break damage. Who could have figured, right? The talents is creating that exoskeleton-like system. Then guess what? Allows you to proc super break even more, right? So again, it is really a character focused on super break. There isn't much to theorize on it. You just slap the character instead of run May, or with run May, who the fuck knows, right? I don't even have run May, so to me this is gonna be great because I'm actually gonna be able to have a dedicated support for super break teams, right? I only have Rappa to do super break. Actually, I don't even have her, but hopefully I'm gonna get her this week, and she's gonna be my first super break character. So hopefully I'll be also able to get Tingyun, right, her new form, so I can even take a Rappa even further, because I know that every super break character without run May, they just don't perform that well, right? So I'm happy that at least I'm gonna have an alternative to it, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the information that I could find in Tingyun, Fugui, whatever it is. I don't really know how to pronounce it. What do you guys think of it? Are you guys wailing for her? Are you guys saving up the currency for her? Are you guys skipping her? Which I don't think y'all are. What are you guys thinking of her? Are you guys just gonna skip for 3.0 and wait for the broken characters that are gonna come up in the summon meta? Are you guys abandoning Super Break? What are we thinking? By the way, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Twitch. I do stream every day on both Twitch and YouTube, right? If you guys want to join the Discord to talk anime, games, tech, drama, react, whatever it is, you guys are more than welcome to. It's right here in the description. Don't forget to comment what you guys think of it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.